Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a unboxing review video, and this is going to be a cheap tracer unit. Now, I normally buy real steel optics. I actually did this video yesterday. You may have seen it come up on the channel a couple of days ago. But this is my 6mm Pro Shop Staccato C2. I've got a Viridian sight on there. The sight actually costs more than the replica. However, when I was doing it, and if you watch the video, you may have seen that I had an issue, which was that this, when it came, which wasn't this specific one, was an orange horrible tip that you have to have in the US. Also, these threads right here were painted orange. I managed to, after the video, get the orange tip removed. I had to literally just get some pliers, clamp them down, and then rotated them, and it just came pretty easily, luckily. However, this was still orange. I actually got like a steel brush, and actually I'd never used this before, but this was in my little file kit, and this actually was great, or it has been so far. I could probably do a little bit more work on it. But as soon as that was done, I was like, okay, well, there's no way at the moment that I can kind of do something to like put the internal tracer on to get that thread off. So I was like, okay, well, I want to get a tracer unit that is going to work on a pistol. And I also ordered this little flash hider, sorry, this thread protector, which actually I think looks very cool on it. And I'll probably run this Staccato C2 like this if I'm playing outdoors or normally. However, when I play indoors, I've obviously got a light here attached to it, my TLR1HL, and I also wanted to put a tracer on it. Now, I went down the rabbit hole last night of looking at 3D printed files that I could download, which would be a good tracer to put on a pistol. I want something that's kind of short and compact because I got the C2 Staccato, which is the compact one. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense then to put a long suppressor tracer unit on there. So I was like, okay, what should I get? What should I print? I'll try and put one of those little inserts in there. Went round and round, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to look and see if I can find like a fairly easy, fast to get tracer so that I can just do some shorts and some content with this. So I went to Amazon and I saw that there was a tracer unit, which actually has got 4.3 stars. It's called I think the ZLANG Sports is like the name of it. It's quite a weird name. So it's a tracer unit. It's by ZLANG Sports. So it's a Chinese built tracer unit. It's a short little pistol one. It arrived today. So in this, I'm going to do an unboxing and then we're going to test it out, give you my thoughts. Is it worth buying a cheap tracer unit? I love Ace Tech who makes stuff. I love E-Shooter that makes stuff. T238, they all make great tracer units. However, a lot of their shorter ones specifically have branding on them. They've got their logo on them, and it's very clear that it is a tracer unit from that company. I quite want to keep this as real steel, like milsim looking as possible. So this one that I found is actually pretty cheap. Let me just give you a quick, I'll do a little screenshot of it. So it's this one here. I'll put a link to it down below. It says I purchased it yesterday, and as you can see, the price on it is very low, $36.99. I got it delivered overnight, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. I live in LA, so that's possible. This version I kind of liked as well, and I don't think I like these two because they have lights written on the side, which for me is very, very strange. But this one I thought could go quite well with the Staccato, so I ordered it, and we're going to test it out and see if it is worth spending more money doing the buy once, cry once, or is it worth actually with a tracer unit, you know, you may only use it sometimes, going for something a bit cheaper. So they've given us a little card here, ZLANG Sports, top-notch technical support. So apparently they've given me their website, they've given me an email, which is good. So if I have issues, then I've got that. They've given us a tracer unit lighter, some of the English: aluminium alloy, strong and durable, selling point. It's actually not written too badly in English, this one. This product is suitable for fluorescent water bombs. I hope that's not the case because I bought this for Airsoft, so I presume if it's fluorescent, that's fine. Looks like they've given us a thread adapter. They've given it to us in red, which is quite strange. I mean, it's not going to matter that much. I think that's going to be an internal 11mm clockwise, probably to a 14mm counterclockwise. They've given us a charging cable. I can already see it is the micro USB. So it's not a USB-C, which probably shows it as being cheaper and lighter. Weight of this thing's pretty light. You can see in the end here, it's almost got like a plastic like covering on top of what looks like 3 LEDs. Build quality of it. Okay, so there's an on button here, which is quite easy because that's just very easy to hit. You can see I've hit it on. Now I hit that and it turned off, I presume. What is actually quite noticeable is that, like you can see there's like a chunk that's just like not done, and that's not done on purpose. That looks like that has just been like nicked or something in the process of doing it, and it's just been painted over. So that QC is not great. The threads on the inside don't look too bad. Let me open it up. So basically you just unscrew the top piece. It's got it doesn't look like there's any module in here. It's just undoing that top piece to get to the charger, and the charger is going to have an issue. I don't know if you can see there, hopefully, but that is the charging port. And you can see the bottom of the charging port is so close to this like rubber little inlet for where the BBs are going to go that I don't know how that, with like this rubber edge to it, is going to fit in there. And that might explain why there's some like rubbing on this edge of this rubber. I mean, it's got good reviews, this thing. Yeah, you can see there, if I push it in, like that's catching on the edge there. And that's not pushing down in there. If I angle it, I can kind of sit it in. I mean, that's just kind of like bad design, it seems like. It's not fully seating in there. So let's see if that's going to charge like that. Because if it doesn't charge, then I think it's automatically a don't get this tracer unit. I mean, I can see guys like, look, we've obviously spent a lot less on it. You know, if you're buying a normal tracer unit, it's probably double to 3 times the price at least. You know, you're paying $60 to $90, I would say, for like a good quality one. Okay, let's remove this out the way. I'm gonna put this in here. Ow. That USB-C just gave me like a little shock there. Actually get this thing in, it might be helpful. This isn't an issue with the tracer, this is just me not able to get to my power thing. I mean, it comes with a charging cable, which I kind of think you'd presume it would do. This is going to be quite funny to watch back. Just me struggling to plug something in. What is going on here? You know, it's, oh, there we go. Oh, I had it in and then I got it out. Okay, so that's it in there. This is me now. Okay, so that, if I push it in, is charging. So it will charge. It's just that that is like a really badly positioned, charging port. Okay, so let's put this top bit back on. And then we'll see what it looks like on here. I do think it's going to look quite cool. Obviously, this isn't going to be something I keep on here all the time, but it is going to be something that I want to work. So the threads seem good. It's threading on nicely. Okay, so there is a slight gap. I actually, on the thread lock thing there, you can see there's a slight silver gap there between the end of the barrel, which is the darker silver, and that piece. So it's not fully seating, but I think that will depend on the pistol. that's what it's going to look like, which I actually think looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a fatter can for a pistol. Well, not fatter, but because it's so stubby, it just looks fatter. The location here of the button, so if I push that, that's just flash green, and now that should flash green. It's kind of in a good spot where I can see if it's on. It's going to flash green. Yep, okay, so that's actually on. Let's try and see what it's like to fire it, because really that's going to be the most important thing. And let's make sure it's actually tracing. So it looks like it's on straight. That is the profile of it. Kind of looks cool with this flared barrel as well. And then, yeah. So it's getting quite a good like muzzle flash as well. I'll put this guy here for you, so you can have a little look at what it looks like front on. Let's see if we can do this camera here. Okay, so let's do this. Trying to hope that that's good. So you can see the muzzle flash there. And then if I switch back to this guy, you should be able to see the tracing. So it works well. I mean, these are green tracer BBs. I do really like this pistol, I have to say. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, guys, I mean, I think that, I don't know how long this is going to last. I would say I'm not expecting this thing to be the longest lasting pistol. Longest lasting tracer. I think if you're wanting something that is going to last longer and is going to be a more higher quality, I would go for one of those Ace Tech T238 E-Shooter, one of those. But I have to say, I did find it quite difficult to find one that was like without trademarks on it, without some kind of like Airsoft or tracer thing on it. I think this does do the job. It's going to fit on most stuff and look pretty indescript. And it's got no trades on it, so it kind of looks fairly realistic. Obviously, you can kind of see the LEDs through here, but that's because you have the muzzle flash. Function seems to work well, seems to be super easy. It's an on and off. So I'll put the link down below to the actual unit so that you can go and buy it if you want to. If you're in LA, where I am, or a major city, I presume it's pretty fast shipping. So it's not going to be like a super, like this is recommended by me, but I think I'm not mad for paying $30 for it. I think it's gonna do the job. And if it breaks, you buy another one, or you don't do the crying, but you kind of say, wow, I should have just paid more money and got the thing that actually works well. That's where I would think on that. Let me just put this guy here. And that is what the staccato looks like without it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you found this useful and interesting. I'll be back very soon with another video. If there's other products that you want me to review, definitely let me know. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.